I want to just spend a little bit of time getting to know you a little bit better and understand what made you dive into an online business at this stage. So, what inspired you as a 57-year-old Canadian mom that's a widow to start this journey with this online business?
Well, I'm going to tell you, and again, too, like 57 years old, I never thought that I would be in the online space because I'm used to Facebook, maybe Instagram, but I just, I'd see people on TikTok and YouTube, and I thought, that's just not me. That's for other people, maybe in their 20s or their 30s. But as a 57-year-old Canadian mom on my own, I found myself without a job last December. Like I worked in the corporate space for direct sales, network marketing, and I was super successful and made a lot of money. But I also knew that I didn't want to have to go back to a job. I didn't want to have to report to anybody anymore. I didn't want to ask for time off for good behavior or ask to go to the bathroom, whatever that looks like. But I just wanted to find something where I could take back my time because I love to travel. And my husband and I were supposed to travel together. We are going to start a business together. And you know what? Life happens, and that is no longer an option for me. But I knew that I needed to replace that six-figure income that I had. And when I was introduced to the Legacy Builder program, it was like, okay, can I do this? I see other people doing it. I saw other women in their 50s doing this business. And I thought, well, you know what? Let's give it a shot. And I'm so glad that I did.
Nice. That's awesome. So, can you share a mindset challenge that you had to overcome while building your online business?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just kind of go back a few years, just a few years back to grade six. Okay. So
Okay.
I
That's awesome.
it's a few years ago, right? As a 57-year-old going back to grade six. But one thing that I will never forget, I remember sitting in class in grade six and I wasn't paying attention to my teacher. And he asked the class, or he asked me in front of my class if I knew the answer to the question that he had asked. And I didn't because I wasn't paying attention because I'm super social. And in front of my whole class, he stopped and he pointed at me and he says, Michelle, you're not a very bright girl. And I will never forget. I will never forget what I was wearing. I will never forget how he made me feel. And I've taken that through elementary school. I've taken that through high school. And I thought, well, what was the point in going to university or college or anything? Because I'm not smart enough. I'm not like those other people. And I will tell you, Anne, that direct sales network marketing, being in that space, it really taught me, the power of surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals like we have with the Legacy Builder business and our community. Like when you're surrounding yourself like with like-minded individuals that will help you and lift you and inspire you and motivate you to and trick you into thinking that you're all that in a bag of chips. I will tell you that my mindset has completely shifted. I'm on a mission to help so many people know their value, know that they can do this business. If I can do it, they can do it too.
Yeah, that's key. And it's unfortunate that, we have these childhood memories that are not so positive that stick with us and mold us
Yeah.
into adulthood. It's crazy,
Oh,
but we all do
totally.
it. We
Yep.
all do it.
Totally.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, with that being said, like what steps did you take to build confidence to be able to dive into the online space?
Okay. Well, again, too, like going back to my network marketing direct sales, and I thank that industry, for bringing me to where I am today. And I started in the network marketing industry with my husband, and he actually was the one that cheered me on. He was the one that was my biggest cheerleader for me to get up on stage and speak to people and train and all the things. It was that industry that brought me to where I am. And I plug into everything that I can to feed my brain. When I wake up in the morning, I list three things that I'm grateful for every single day. Before I go to bed at night, I listen to my mantras and I think about the best thing that happened to me that day. And I focus on anything that is positive in my life. I do not listen to negativity. I very rarely watch the news. I very rarely watch anything that feeds my brain with negativity. I read books. I listen to podcasts. And the thing with that too is I challenge myself every single day to find something good in somebody else and make somebody else smile. Like the other day, I was at the gym and this girl walked in and she had purple and orange hair and she was matching her workout outfit. And I said, "Oh my gosh, look at you. Like you match your workout outfit." right? And she just lit up like a Christmas tree. So if we can do that for other people and make other people smile and make them feel good, that just makes you feel good. And that feeds your mindset. That feeds your mindset to see all the positives and all the good that's in the world.
I love that. And yes, it's so important to make sure that we surround ourselves with the right people giving us the right messages. And it's not even the right messages, but the positive reinforcement and the positive messaging. Because as human beings, we tend to naturally fall towards the negative side of things
Totally.
when information starts coming at us. So it's important. And I love that you do it throughout your whole day and not just in the morning or at night. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
And I will tell you that my mantra this year is matching energy. I will match
Nice.
your energy and I will give you back my positive energy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And most people that are not doing this stuff find it hard to dive into it sometimes. So, but it's so simple. It's just a matter of just choosing to do it. It's that simple.
Totally.
Wow. So how do you stay motivated when you're facing setbacks
Oh,
after doing all that stuff?
I will tell you, I'm not going to lie. I mean, some days it's a challenge too. Like nobody's perfect, right?
Mm.
Life is not perfect. You're always going to have maybe little tweaks, little setbacks, you know? But I focus on what I want to see for my life. I focus on the fact that I am so freaking lucky in my life right now where I'm able to travel. I'm building an online business. I'm on track for 1.25 million this year in 2025. That is my goal. And I see it. I see that by December 31st, not only just because of the Benjamins or the money, because that's great, like, but money gives you options. Money gives you options to help other people. It gives you options to help other people in your community. Um, I want to spoil my family. My son's getting married in 2026, so that does take some money to help him. But that feeds me to know that with the finances, with where I'm working towards, is I'm going to be able to help so many people along the way, help other people start their own online presence, right? And
Yeah.
one of my favorite quotes is you act in the service of others and you're always going to be golden. So if you're helping other people get to where they want to be, you're never going to have to worry about what is going on in your life because you know you've done the best thing to help somebody else get to where they want to be.
Yes, having purpose is huge. So that's wonderful. Like you hit on so many key points there. So knowing that setback is normal and setback is it's inevitable, it's going to come no matter what. And being able to have that diversity to keep driving you,
Mhm.
what advice would you give someone that's going to consider an online business but is doubting whether it's right for them or doubting their abilities to do it or just doubting, period? Because, like I say, when you're already in the not even just the workforce, but when you're doing something for a living and you're spending so much time at it,
Mhm.
you get trapped in that area of doubt. You get trapped in some of that negative mindset. What would you say to somebody that's considering this but has all the doubts wrapped around it of is it for them? Is it right for them?
Yeah.
Can they do it? Should they do it?
Okay. Well, you know what? Here's the thing is I had my doubts too, and I've always had my doubts about myself too. And I'm so glad that I actually just took the first step. I took the leap to do it. But with the doubt thing, it's just know that you can do this. Anybody can do this business. Everybody can do hard things. You just have to put your mind to it. It really depends on what you want to see for your life. Because if you got that doubt and, you know, any excuse will do. Any excuse will do to let yourself off the hook. And don't let yourself off the hook. If you see bigger things for your life, then go with that. Just take that first step because I will tell you, I had to overcome a lot of, like, I like to call it mind frick, right? And
Mhm.
just dismiss all the mind frick and know that you can do hard things. Because with this business, it is a step-by-step blueprint that you follow this blueprint and you're going to be successful and not stray from it. Because here's what I'm going to say is I'm going to follow somebody that has done it before me. And Michelle O'Neill, who created this Legacy Builder program, she's a self-made millionaire and she's on fire. And I'm feeding off of what she gives back to us in this community and pours into us. So your self-doubt is going to be diminished because she pours into us so, so much as far as what we can accomplish in this business. But if you follow that step-by-step blueprint, like you look at other businesses that are out there, like McDonald's or Starbucks, or here in Canada, Tim Hortons, or any of these franchises, every single one of them has a step-by-step blueprint to success. So every franchise that you go into is going to be exactly the same. So if you do this with this business and follow the blueprint, you're going to be successful. And your self-doubt is going to be gone. Like you take that first step and you connect with other people in this community, you will never have that self-doubt again. I can guarantee you that.
I love that. I love how you compare it to a franchise because that's so important because you're getting an online business for very minimal cost to be able to earn uncapped potential without the franchise fees.
Totally. Totally.
And what other points would you say that this business and this program offers people? Like you mentioned that, it's a step by step, so anybody can do it. I totally agree with that. It's so detailed, but so simple. And it's low cost entry, but it's also the community. Like you say, there's nothing else out there that I found that even comes close to having all of these components. What else is it within the Legacy Builder program that are driving key points that would help somebody watching say, yes, give me more information because I love those points?
Okay, so somebody that can relate to what I'm talking about as far as I am not a tech person. So that's one of the things. My husband was an IT guy. So he'd tell me to move over and let him drive kind of thing, you know? So tech skills are just, that's not my jam at all. I'd rather pay somebody to do that. So that's actually one of the key things for me. I love the fact that it's fully automated. So I don't have to DM people. I don't have to message people. I don't have to try and sell people something. It is attraction marketing. So I will share it with you and you put your email in there. You get all the details. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. That's one of the things that I could take this. It's like a business in a box because I want to travel. So I can do this anywhere in the world and take this business with me and I can share it with anybody. And you mentioned the cost of it because this business, the Legacy Builder program at $900, it gives you and it unlocks 4 streams of income within that program. Not only that, though, you are learning skills. Like this is a digital e-learning program where you're learning skills on how to brand yourself, how to market yourself on social platforms, and you're learning other skills to create multiple sources of income like affiliates, whatever type of coaching, maybe another business that you want to add on to the side, but that's going to give you the skills within this program. And when my husband Neil and I were looking for something for us to do together, because we were so done with working for somebody else where we weren't having that family time, where he was commuting every single week and it was up to me to work, get Finn to daycare and all the things. We wanted something that we could do together as a family. We were looking at different franchises, like I mentioned earlier, but that was going to be 6 figures back then over 25 years ago, right? I mean, we way more now. But here's the thing is you have the overhead, you've got the storefront, you've got the employees, you got the insurance, you've got all those things. That's going to be 6 figures. You're just buying yourself a job and you're not earning income at least for the first 5 years. With this business, you invest and I like to promote the $900 Legacy Builder program because it just makes sense. You buy that $900 program, you're getting something for it, and you have an opportunity to be in the black right away because somebody else that wants to join you on this journey and buys the $900 program along with you, you've got a business in a box on the go for nothing because you've realized your investment back. So it just made sense to me.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's wonderful. Yeah, because it's 100% like you say, the automations, being
Yeah,
able to do those income activities in just two
totally.
focused hours a day is huge for people, especially working. parents or people out there that are already tapped and capped and strapped, it's key to have simplicity in your business. And like you say, a franchise or traditional business, you've got all the overhead, all the monthly expenses, and you don't have any of that with this. That's awesome.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I'm
Excellent.
pretty excited about it. I know where I'm going, and I want to help so many people that have that self-doubt. And, maybe you're in your 50s or your 60s. Doesn't matter what age you are. There's people in their 80s doing this business, and you just have to have the passion, know where you're going and what you want to see for you and your family and what you want to see what your life looks like. Anybody can do this business. And I challenge anybody out there to share something different with me, because I know that this business is the best out there.
I agree with you. I've always kept my eyes and ears open, and I've yet to have anybody show me anything that even remotely comes close.
Totally.
The community alone, the fact that, I'm and you are meeting each other through an online business and you're only like 8 hours away in the neighboring province
Yep, yep, yep,
is
exactly.
is
Yeah,
huge. Like we've
yeah,
made such beautiful connections within the
totally,
community.
totally.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining me today, Michelle. How can people get a hold of you to learn more?
Well, I'm going to put the link to my website. I'll put it in the description. So you just click on the link and then put your email in there, and you'll get a video from Michelle O'Neill, who started this business or started this community and this program. You'll get the information that you need, and you'll hear from me, and then you can make a decision if this is for you or not.
That's awesome. That sounds wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And I hope all the listeners got a ton of value out of this. I thought it was wonderful. It was great. It was full of impactful information. Like your journey has been huge. And, it's so nice to be able to now be a part of it and share it with you. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. I'm super excited for everybody out there. So thanks a lot, Anne.
Yes. Take care.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.